Stop scrolling.
So we believe this shit is healthy. This is actually the worst water you can ever put into your body because it is completely synthetic. Completely synthetic, all right? Purified water, right? You see that? By reverse osmosis, sodium bicarbonate, the potassium phosphate, magnesium sulfate, and calcium chloride. This is synthetic water, not healthy water. Do not ever drink this water if you cherish your health.
Shalom, shalom. HALALYAM La, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, KWADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, and teach them well. Peace and salutations be to the full elect. And Brother tells them goodbye, coming at you with another lesson. This is going to be going into these essential water bottles. I'm coming at you from the prophets of Babylon camp here in Tampa, Florida. We're going with that. We're going to get started. So this video, this is going to be a little quick lesson. I just want to touch on this real quick. This video, this guy was explaining what is found inside the essential water bottles. Many Jake believe this to be healthy. You know, we don't really care about these other heathens drinking it or these Edomites drinking it, but it's about Jake. It's a trap that's been set upon us as a people. Now, it's called essential, or Essentia, I believe. Yeah, Essentia water. And this guy is pointing out the chemicals that's in it. He says it's synthetic water. It's fake water. The water is created in a lab, man. Now we're going to go into the meanings of the words that are on the back of this water bottle. We're going to grab some scriptures and let you know that this devil's out to kill you. So the first word is reverse osmosis. It says purified water, parentheses, by reverse osmosis. So let's see what reverse osmosis is. Reverse osmosis, RO in parentheses, is a water treatment process that removes contaminants from water by using pressure to force water molecules through a semi-permeable membrane. During this process, the contaminants are filtered out and flushed away, leaving clean, delicious drinking water. All right, and this is how they purify the water. The next word we have is sodium bicarbonate. Let's grab that. Because water is just supposed to be pure water. The only ingredient on the back of a water bottle should be water. But then you got the plastic, which also leaks into the water and causes toxins to be inside the water. You can get plastic chemicals inside of your body, which can stick for a good minute and don't really affect you and fuck you up in the long run. This is the poison that's been placed upon our people. That's why it's good to get water out of glass bottles or anything other than plastic, because you got such a thing called plastic poisoning. What was the first word again? It says sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate, commonly known as baking soda or bicarbonate of soda, is a chemical compound with the formula NaHCO3. It is a salt composed of a sodium cation and a bicarbonate anion. Sodium bicarbonate is a white solid that is crystalline but often appears as a fine powder. Let's see the purposes. Baking soda acts as a chemical leavener. It reacts with an acid to produce carbon dioxide or loads of bubbles, a process that allows cakes, cookies, and other baked goods to rise. What is sodium bicarbonate used for? Sodium bicarbonate is an antacid. Is an antacid used to relieve heartburn and acid indigestion. Your doctor also may prescribe sodium bicarbonate to make your blood or urine less acidic in certain conditions. Let's see what happens if you this is basically baking soda. So what happens if you consume too much baking soda? Let's say baking soda overdose. In summary, we present a case of a baking soda overdose resulting in hemorrhagic encephalopathy, metabolic alkalosis, and hypernatremia. Baking soda can lead to life-threatening complications when misused. What are the side effects of taking too much baking soda? Constipation, convulsions, diarrhea, feeling of being full, frequent urination, irritability, muscle spasms, muscle weakness. Will drinking baking soda hurt you? Consuming large amounts of baking soda can be risky as it may cause metabolic acidosis, a life-threatening condition that occurs when your body is no longer able to control the pH of your blood. Yeah, that's all we can grab for that one. Let's get to the next word. Potassium phosphate. This is also an Essentia water. What is potassium phosphate? All right, it says potassium phosphate. Potassium phosphate is an inorganic potassium salt that is the tripotassium salt of phosphoric acid. It is an inorganic phosphate salt and an inorganic potassium salt. All right, so it says toxicity. Toxicological information. All right, effect. It says skin and appendages, dermatitis, irritative. After systemic exposure, skin and appendages, skin dermatitis, other after systemic exposure. The effect it has on behavioral, it says for rat, do you know what effect it had on rats? For behavior, it says somnolence, which is general depressed activity, gastrointestinal, and other changes. And that was for like taking orally. And taking for skin, it gives skin, appendages, dermatitis, irritative. Let's see. They don't want to give you too much on here, huh? What that shit really be doing? It says let's grab consuming too much. Is potassium phosphate harmful to the body? You should not use potassium phosphate if you have high levels of potassium in your blood, hyperkalemia, low levels of calcium in your blood, hypocalcemia, or high levels of phosphorus in your blood, hyperphosphatemia. So this doesn't look as harmful as the one before, doesn't look as harmful as the sodium bicarbonate. Let's try the magnesium sulfate. This is what is also in the Essentia water. that mini Jake be drinking, man. Which was like, a lot of these are just a bunch of different salts. What is magnesium sulfate used for? Magnesium sulfate is used for short-term relief of constipation. It is also used as a soaking solution to relieve minor sprains, bruises, muscle aches, or discomfort, joint stiffness, or soreness, and tired feet. This medicine is a laxative and soaking solution. So this is mainly for constipation, and it can be used for outside healing as well. Such as bruises and such. It says magnesium sulfate uses, side effects, and more. All right. It says, so this is used as a medication. All right. Which we know he sells medication is just chemicals. It says side effects, stomach upset and diarrhea may occur. Why it's just occurring if, it's supposed to be good for you. Stomach upset and diarrhea may occur. If you're drinking any normal water, why should you get a upset stomach or diarrhea just drinking normal water? Taking this product with a meal helps to reduce these side effects. If either of these effects last or get worse, tell your doctor or pharmacist promptly. All right. If your doctor has directed you to use this medication, because this is a medication, they're putting drugs inside of your water. Remember that your doctor has judged that the benefit to you is greater than the risk of the side effects. Many people using this medication do not have serious side effects. All right, let's grab the next word. Calcium chloride. They're trying to input minerals into this water themselves when the water already comes with its own minerals and vitamins. Calcium chloride is an inorganic compound, a salt with a chemical formula CaCl2. So it has a chemical formula. It says it is white flakes or pellets at room temperature and is highly soluble in water. It can dissolve easily. It says calcium chloride desiccants work well over a temperature range from freezing point up to 80 degrees Celsius or more. It says, what is calcium chloride used for? Calcium chloride is often used for de-icing or dust control on gravel roads, in food, or as the absorbing agent in desiccants. In much of the world, calcium chloride is derived from limestone as a byproduct of the solvay process. Calcium chloride can also be obtained from brine purification. Is calcium chloride harmful to the body? Calcium chloride poses some serious health and safety hazards. If ingested, calcium chloride can lead to burns in the mouth and throat, excess thirst, vomiting, stomach pain, low blood pressure, and other possible severe health effects. It can also irritate skin by causing excessive dryness or desiccating moist skin. Jake may be dealing with dry skin. That's because you drinking water with this shit in it, or food with this shit in it. And especially if you're trying to drink a lot of water, you're going on a diet or something, and you're pertaining to just solely water, and you're drinking a lot of water, and you may be drinking water that's got these chemicals in it that, you get from a store or whatever. And you trust these devils with your water, man. And they doing all kinds of tampering with your water. Let me grab this. And the Lord said, this book of Ezekiel chapter 4 verse 13, and the Lord YAHAWASHI said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. All right, so we're eating defiled bread. Our food is defiled, our water is defiled, our air is polluted, and it's making us sick. This is a big reason why Jake be coming down with all these sicknesses, and according to Deuteronomy 28, man. Let me grab it. And the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 22, the Lord shall smite thee with a consumption, and with a fever, and with a inflammation, and with an extreme burning, and with the sword, and with the blasting, and with mildew, and they shall pursue thee until thou perish. And all these things take hold of Jake. Jake try to get a house, and how the fuck you get mold in the house? They got mold all throughout the house and shit, man. To be paint over the mold. They be painting over the mold. Jake be going through it with asthma, bronchitis, lung issues, and their food be causing heart disease and diabetes and high blood pressure, and all these things are naturally cling to Jake because of the curses, because of the food that they eat. All right, let's grab the next word. Calcium chloride is, man, that was a tanker right there, It said, what's that? Dipotassium? Let me see. All right, so that word potassium phosphate actually says dipotassium phosphate, which it says dipotassium phosphate because I guess I read it wrong, but it says dipotassium phosphate, and the guy typed potassium phosphate. But when I look at the bottle, it says dipotassium. So even these two little letters added on to potassium is just, it can change everything. It says dipotassium phosphate. Should I avoid dipotassium phosphate? It's a man-made chemical substance. It has zero health benefits, and overconsumption can actually lead to serious kidney issues. If you see dipotassium phosphate on the ingredient list, it should be a big warning sign that the food in that package is heavily processed and may be harmful to your health. What are common side effects of dipotassium phosphate? Nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, diarrhea, bone or joint pain, headache, dizziness, tired feeling, muscle pain or weakness, increased thirst. How are you getting even more thirsty just by drinking water? Because they got dipotassium phosphate in that shit, causing you to be even thirstier. It helped you not at all. It made you worse. It actually hurts you and harms you more than helping you. Numbness or tingling feeling. There you have it, man. Let's grab this. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 5, verse 15. Be not ignorant of anything in a great matter or a small. So, whether this be a great matter or small to you, it's a small matter can turn into a great matter. if you're watching out for your health, looking out for your health, you know, then you should pay attention to what you're eating, the ingredients and the things that you're eating. You know, you shouldn't let these things be. You should be consuming these things, man. All right, you have to truly watch your diet and what you're intaking for your body, for your vessels. Scripture says, take care of your vessels. You know, take care of these bodies. You know. But I truly, this little lesson was edifying to you. I want to listen to truth and sincerity. I want to give all glory, honor, praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, BAHASHAM, QADASH. To next time, Yashua, I do say shalom.